Well, the cesarean delivery rate in the U.S. continues to climb, and after having a C-section, it's rare for women to have vaginal birth, even despite the high success rate and low risk. Melissa Friesen with a look at what options women have when faced with a decision.
Yeah, Gia, the numbers are actually pretty shocking. Less than 10% of women go on to have a vaginal birth after a previous C-section. But the American Congress of Obstetricians and Gynecologists is hoping to change that. They've released new regulations encouraging patients, doctors, and hospitals to consider not only the risks, but also the benefits of vaginal births. I met up with one mom and doctor who's been through all of this together.
I was 12 days overdue, and I kept telling Dr. Byerline, don't induce me. I'm going to go into labor on my own. I'm going to have a natural birth. Women have been having babies for centuries. I can do it too.
And that moment eventually came, but after 4 hours of pushing, Dr. Byerline said it was no longer safe to keep going. And like many women, Kelly Heacock had to have an emergency C-section.
Going through labor with no, pain medication or epidural or anything, so I was just beaten. I was just like exhausted, and then to hear, oh, by the way, now you're gonna go into major surgery.
Aside from the trauma and pain she went through from the surgery itself, Kelly was also worried about what it meant for the future.
And I think that's what saddened me the most was, oh no, now I'm predestined to have a C-section with each time.
2 years later, Kelly was pregnant again. Like most women in her predicament, Kelly assumed a second C-section was the only option. But Dr. Byerline explains not only do women still have options, it can actually be safer for the mom if a C-section can be avoided.
The risks of infection, hemorrhage, injury to organs, potential blood clots, risk to anesthesia. For the mom, by far and away, the safest route of delivery, safest way to be delivered is a vaginal delivery.
There is a risk, though. If that old scar separates during a vaginal birth, the baby could lose oxygen.
Most of the time, you're trying to weigh what is the safest thing for the mom and the baby and combined.
Despite that, Kelly says the decision was easy. She knew how hard the surgery was the first time, and as long as Dr. Byerline said it was safe, she was determined to at least try.
Because at that point, I would have a 2-year-old son who is a big boy, and I thought, how am I going to take care of him and then be out for 6 weeks, not being able to lift more than 5 pounds or whatever it is, not being able to run around, walk around, and I thought I have to try for that.
In the end, it all worked out, not only for baby number 2, but for number 3 as well. Experiences Kelly says she's extremely grateful to have gone through.
A trial of labor is a great option for the vast majority of women.
And if you're faced with this decision, Dr. Byerline recommends that you become well informed on the topic and talk through all of your options with your healthcare provider. To weigh in on the topic or to share your story, head over to KEZI.com and click on the Features tab where you'll find Baby on Board. Dan, Gia, back to you.